my name is Muhammad Hisamuddin. I'm from Tba1144E and I'm going to answer the question 1. Construct the SYDM depreciation schedule for the machine. Sum of seed year digit we calculate by 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and plus 6 equal to 21. And for annual depreciation, fraction at multiply by COA minus SB. We got here 58,000 ringgit and minus with RM 12,000 equals to 46,000 ringgit. For the first year, rate is 6 per 21. The annual depreciation is 13,142 ringgit 86 cents, and same goes to accumulate depreciation for first year, and book value after depreciation is 44,857 ringgit and 14 cents. For second year, the rate is 5 per 21. Annual depreciation is 10,952 ringgit and 38 cents. The accumulated depreciation for second year is 24,095 ringgit 24 cents. Book value after depreciation is 33,904 ringgit 76 cents. And for third year is the rate is 4 per 21. The annual depreciation is 8,761 and 90 cents. Accumulated depreciation is 39,428 ringgit 57 cents, and book value after depreciation is 18,571 and 43 cents. For the 5 year, the rate is 2 per 21. Annual depreciation is 4,380 ringgit and 95 cents. Accumulated depreciation is 43,809 ringgit and 52 cents. Book value after depreciation is 14,190 and 48 cents. For 6 year, the rate is 1 per 21. Annual depreciation is 2,190 and 48 cents. The accumulated depreciation is totally 46,000 and book value after depreciation is 12,000. Calculate the total tax liability that company has to pay. The purchase price is 42,000 ringgit. Transportation is 3,300 ringgit. Installation 2,700 ringgit. Modification none, and total COA is 48,000 ringgit. Useful life is 6 years. Salvage value is 12,000 ringgit, and book value is 33,904 ringgit 76 cents. Selling price is 35,000 ringgit. By compare between SP, book value, and COA, purchase price, book value, selling price, EBT, marginal tax rate, capital gain tax. Gain or recapture depreciation, RM 35,000 ringgit minus 33,904 ringgit for 76 cents equal to 1,095 ringgit and 24 cents. Tax on recapture depreciation is 1,095 ringgit 24 cents multiplied by 35% equal to 383 and 33 cents. Tax on ordinary business income 70,000 ringgit multiplied by 35% are equal to RM 26 26,250 ringgit. So the total tax liability is 383 and 33 cent plus with 22,250 ringgit equals to 26,633 ringgit and 33 cent. For B, simplified by the purchase price is 500,000 ringgit, transportation 10,000 ringgit, installation none, modification none, and total COA is 510,000 ringgit. For useful life, 5 years, average value 50,000 ringgit. Step 1. Annual depreciation based on SLM 100% per with useful life asset. We got about 20%. Step 2. The double amount by multiply the above amount by 2. 20% multiplied by 2 equal to 40%. So this is how you draw the table. With double declining balance method DDBM, the optimal time to switch is in the last year where the book value under DDBM exceeds the salvage values. The firm can switch in year 4 and 5, 110,160 ringgit minus 500,000 per 2. So the equal of the sum is 30,080 ringgit for annual depreciation. For year 4 and 5 is 30,080 ringgit. So this is the final table. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amirul Aiman bin Abdul Aziz, and today I'm going to present my question 2. So, A. QCQ Digital Corporation is planning to invest in one of the two projects with the following distribution of possible return. So, we got the table here. State of economy, boom, stability, depression, probability 0.2, 0.45 and 0.35. This probability is for this both project. Okay, project MCMC 17%, 11%, negative 6%. This percentage is return for the company itself. So 70%, 11%, negative 6% is the return for the project MCMC. Okay, same goes to the project Sabijaya. Based from the above information, calculate the expected rate of return, standard deviation and coefficient of variation for both project. So expected rate of return, or in other terms we call it as a EV or mean. Okay, and standard deviation. Before we want to do the standard deviation, we have to find for the variance first. After that, you go to the standard deviation and coefficient of variation for both project. So probability. So I do the table here. State of economy, probability. Okay, we go to probability first. PI 0.2, 0.45 and 0.35. This figure I got from the table above here. And then the return 70%, 11%, negative 6%. These three figure also I got from the question here, project MCMC, because I do the answer for the MCMC. So I take the figure from the project MCMC here. And then expected return, or here lah, expected rate of return, or we call it as EV. So how do I got this answer? 17 ni Ri times Pi, or return times probability. 17 times 0.2. Then you got the answer 3.4. Same goes to stability, depression, same. So you just accumulate it, 3.4 plus 4.95 minus, because you get the negative here, right? Minus negative 2.1, then you get the 6.25. After that, variance. Okay, because we want to find for the standard deviation, we have to do the variance first. So the variance is probability bracket return minus EV here. This is EV. Close bracket power of 2. So 0.2 probability, open bracket 17 here, return, minus 6.25. Okay, where I got the 6.25 is from here, the total, the grand total, 6.25. Close bracket power of 2. Then you get the 23.1125. So the 6.25 is same until below. Stability also 6.25, depression is also 6.25. The difference is only the probability and the return only. But the EV is same, 6.25, 6.25, 6.25. So you just total it, 23.112 plus 10.153 plus 52.521. Then you get the answer here, 85.7875. After that, we will proceed to standard deviation, which is here, square root variance. Square root, put the variance here, 85.7875. Put the answer here. Then you got it, 9.26% for the standard deviation. After that, we go to CV, coefficient of variance. SD divide by ER. Very easy. SD here, you got the answer here, 9.26 divide by ER, 6.25. Okay, 6.25 here, 6.25. Okay, expected return, ER is expected return, so 6.25. Then you got the answer 1.48. So the calculation same to the project Cyberjaya, because the answer one both project MCMC and Cyberjaya. So the calculation is same. Okay, same only. Number 2, assume that QCQ Digital is a risk-averse company. Explain which project should the company accept. So the company should accept project Cyberjaya because it has the lowest CV compared with project MCMC, which has the lowest risk. So in order you want to find the answer, you just look at the CV only. If the CV have the lowest percent, that is the answer. That is the company that you should choose. So project Cyberjaya, the CV is 0.49. MCMC, the CV is 1.48. So we just go for Cyberjaya, project Cyberjaya. Okay, because it has the lower CV. B, Tobishi Incorporation is a producer of electrical appliances. Just released a new educational tablet which is selling at an average price of 280 ringgit per unit. The company incur a fixed operating cost of 560,000 ringgit per annum. The variable cost for this same unit is RM120 ringgit per unit. So determine the break-even point in quantity. So it is very easy. QBE stands for quantity break-even, equal to FC, fixed cost, divided by P minus V. P is price minus V. V is variable cost. Here variable cost, P price. Average price is price. Same. So FC 560,000, fixed cost 560,000 here, divide by 280. P ni 280 minus 120 here. variable cost. And then you get the answer 3,500 unit. Number 2, compute the ringgit sale volume the firm must achieve in order to reach the break-even point. So SBE, why SBE? Sale break-even. That's why SBE. The formula is FC plus QBE bracket V. So the FC is 560,000. FC is fixed cost. So you got that. So in the question I have stated here, fixed cost 560,000 plus the QBE. QBE is this one 3,500 unit. Okay, times 120. 120 is the variable cost. V stand for variable cost 120. Then you got the answer 980,000 ringgit. Number 3, what would be the firm profit or loss if the firm total production and sale is 20,000 unit per annum? So EBIT, the formula required is EBIT, which is Q bracket P minus V minus FC. Q is quantity. Q is this one 20,000 unit per annum. 20,000. P minus V. P is the price 280 minus variable cost 120. Okay. Minus FC fixed cost 560,000. Then you got the answer 2,640,000 ringgit profit. So if the answer is positive, it count as profit, but if it is negative, then it is a loss. Okay, that's all. That is only from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Tarmizi bin Shafaruddin from BA1144E, and I will explain about question number 3. This question is about how to find the WACC, that is weighted marginal cost of capital, before making any major decision. There's a few steps for us to get the WACC. For the first step, we must find the breaking point. Based on the question, we can see that the long-term and common stock break 2 times and the preferred stock break just once. To get the breaking, financing must be divided by the weight. For example, the long-term first breaking 300,000 must divide by 0.4. The same goes for the rest of them to find the breaking. When we get the breaking, there will be a new range of financing. The first one would be 0 to 750,000. Second, 750,000 to 1 million. Third, 1 million to 1.5 million. Fourth, 1.5 million to 2 million. Fifth, 2 million to 3 million. And the last one, above 3 million. The next step would be to find the individual cost. For the individual cost for long-term, common stock and preferred stock, we will just get it from the after the tax cost from the question. This is because there's no other additional information from the question that we will get. The final step is to find the WACC. To get the WACC, the weight must be multiplied by the individual cost. The total from 3 sources is the WACC, and the last one WACC that we get is 11.6%. Based on the WACC that we get, The company can accept whether projects A or B because the required rate of return for these two projects is higher than WACC. In my opinion, the company should choose the projects A because it have a way higher rate of return than the projects B. That's it from me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hilman bin Hashim. Today I will present my question 4. Okay, so A. Calculate the EBIT indifference level associated with the two capital structures. Okay, well, first of all, we need to find current capital structure before fundraising. So, debt 800,000 times by 0.06, which is 6% interest rate, and get 48,000. And preferred stock 0, common stock 50,000. Okay, and then step 2 is we need to calculate before and after rising for both alternative and combine the data before and after rising. Okay, so how I get for alternative 1 and alternative 2 from information given, long-term debt, preferred stock, common stock for alternative 1. For debt, 600,000 times by 5.5% and get 33,000. Preferred stock, 100,000 times by 5% and then get 5,000%. For common stock, alternative 1, 500,000 divided by 5 par value and get 100,000. And for alternative 2, for debt, 600,000 times by 6% and get 36,000. Preferred stock, 600,000 times by 7% and get 42,000. For common stock, there is no common stock for alternative 2. Okay, and then we need to combine before, current, before and after rising, and then we get the new one. For that, we got 81,000 for alternative 1. Preferred stocks, we got 5,000, and common stocks, we got 150,000. For alternative 2, for that, we got 84,000. Preferred stock, 42,000, and common stocks, 50,000. Okay, then we need to use the EPS formula, that is EBIT minus interest, 1 minus tax, minus dividend, and divided by number of common stocks. Then we need then to make the calculation easier, I move 150,000 to the right side and 150,000 to the right side and 50,000 to the left side. Next, we need to find the value of EBIT by moving to the left side, and we got the value is 171,928.57, and we need to re-enter the EBIT value obtained into the EPS formula again to find out the EPS value for both alternative, and we got the EPS value for both alternative is 0.39 for both. And then C, using the above information from B, plot the point on a graph paper and also show the point of indifference over wide range of EBIT is each structure preferred. Okay. Well, to find the higher and lower EBIT to be plotted on the graph, I assume that EBIT for the lower end is 100,000 and the higher end is 300,000. Then using the EPS formula again for both sides, alternative 1 and alternative 2, enter the value required to find the higher end and also the lower end for both alternative. The value for the lower ends of the two alternative is 0.055 and also negative 0.616. And for the while the higher end for both alternative is 0.99 and 2.18. Okay, then the collected values need to be plotted into a graph and we'll get a straight line for both alternative, and the intersection point for both alternative is 0.39, which is the value of EPS. Last question is D. If the company expect its EBIT to be RM 600,000, which structure would the company accept? Explain. Show the calculation. Okay. If EBIT is 600,000, using the EPS formula again, enter the new EBIT value for both alternative to get the new value for EPS, which is RM 2.39, and for alternative 2 is RM 6.38. So the company should choose its capital structure alternative 2 because it has higher EPS than alternative 1. So that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amir Shafiq and I will present question 5 for this group. Now for the first question, from the question 5, which is calculate the exchange ratio if the merger terms are based on earning per share. And to get the earning per share, we use the exchange ratio, which is ER based on EPS. And now how we will get this is by doing EPS of Fitri Berhad divided by EPS of Aidil Berhad. We get 1 ringgit and 80 cents divided by 2 ringgit, we get 0.9. And now to get the ER, for the ER based on MP, we must use MP Fitri Berhad divided by MP Aidil Berhad, which is 3 ringgit and 60 cents divided by 8 ringgit, and we get 0.5. This one right here. And for the next one, for the purchase price of Fitri Berhad, we use MP Aidil Berhad times by ER bracket ER times NOS Fitri Berhad bracket. And we will jot down, we will use the number of 8 ringgit times 0.5 times 1 million. We get 2,160,000. 160 million. Now for the post-merger, for the question C2, use EPS ideal berhad. Now NI, for NI ideal berhad plus NI fitri berhad divide by NOS ideal berhad plus ER of NOS fitri berhad. And this will be the equation 600,000 plus 1,080,000. And we will get divide by 300,000 plus bracket 600,000 times 45, and we will get 2 ringgit and 95 cents. For EPS V3 berhad, we're going to use post merger EPS for ideal times ER, which is 2 ringgit and 95 times by 0.5. We will get 1 ringgit and 33 cents. Now to make the post merger balance sheet, we use NOS V3 berhad co-receive. Now NOS fitri berhad times ER, we get 600,000 times by 0.5. We get 270,000. Excuse me. Now for new goodwill, we will use purchase price minus net worth fitri berhad. And for the purchase price is 2,160,000. For the net worth fitri is 1,900,000. We will get 260,000. For the total goodwill, it is 1,060,000. For common stocks, we will use NOS ID berhad plus NOS co-receive bracket times by par ideal. And for the number is 300,000 plus 270,000, and we bracket that times by 2 ringgit, which is 1,140,000. Now for the share premium, MP ideal berhad minus PAR ideal berhad, and bracket it with NOS fitri berhad received, which is 8 ringgit minus 2 ringgit. We bracket that here and times by 270,000, which is the number of par ideal berhad. We get 1,620,000. Therefore, the total for share premium after post merger, we must use add share premium TC plus add share premium, and the number is 1,620,000 plus 500,000. We will get 2,120,000, and this will be the post merger balance sheet. And the number is already, I highlighted it. This is post merger. This is the purchase method for ideal berhad and for the fitri berhad. Right here. You can pause. Now for the net worth of fitri berhad, we get 600,000 plus 500,000 plus 800,000, which is for the number of common stock, share premium, and retained earning. We will get 1,900,000. That's it from me. Thank you.